Let's go. So we're with Bill Zadick, National Developmental Coach for Freestyle, and getting ready for the Cadet World Championships. Bill, this is the first one of these since 1999. Why was it so important that FILA added this age division again for our Worlds, and that the United States is getting ready to go compete there?
I think it's very important for our country's development as far as just getting the experience level and getting these younger athletes focused on winning a world title earlier in their careers. I think it raises awareness. I think it raises the outlook of our programs, what's going on with USA Wrestling and our development program. So I think it can be a very strong characteristic of what we're doing here.
I'll talk a little bit about this group. It looks like you might have a talented group of kids. I mean, the people that tried out for this group, you've been training with them for a little bit. Tell me your thoughts about the overall U.S. program for freestyle at the cadets.
Well, to make the Cadet World Team, of course, you're Cadet National Champions, so the best of the best at every weight class in that age group, and we have some very talented young men, you know, from top to bottom. So I'm very excited about their ability. It is kind of a historical event, in my opinion. It's the first time we've had a Cadet World Championship in 12 years, so they have the opportunity to go out there and put a gold medal around their neck for the first time in quite a while. So that's a big deal. Obviously, just like a Junior World Championship, the Cadet World Champions historically move on to be Junior World Medalists and Junior World Champions, and so forth up the ladder to our senior level. So a very important stepping stone for our program.
Yeah, I mean, last time we had a team was in '99, and we had people like Justin Lester, Mary Kelly, people that have gone on to make U.S. teams as seniors. Do you see any of these kids having a bright future as adults in freestyle? You know, it's hard to tell at the age of 16, but you can see some things in them that obviously might give you some hope for their futures.
Yeah, I think all these kids are showing right now the ability to be winners, and they all have been up until this point in their careers. And just to win the Cadet National title and make this team is an example of that. I think the sky's the limit, and their level of commitment to the sport of wrestling is going to determine their level of success. I think that this team's very capable, very talented. They've shown themselves to be very hungry. It's been a great camp so far. They've come in and worked extremely hard and want to get better. They're hungry. They ask lots of questions. So it's been a very fun and rewarding group to work with.
You've had John Peterson, working with the kids, Olympic champion, Olympic silver medalist. What was it like to put a wrestling legend and hero on your staff to help teach these kids about international wrestling?
Oh, it's really exciting. John Peterson and I have had a long-standing relationship, almost 20 years now, where I've known him personally. Of course, before that, I knew who he was. He was a hero of mine growing up, and knowing his name, wrestling, the Peterson brothers, Olympic champions. So I'm excited to be able to work with him and learn from his experience and his knowledge in the sport of wrestling. Very humble man. You wouldn't know that he's one of our most credentialed U.S. athletes in history. So it's an honor for me to get to work with him, and of course he can do nothing but help these young guys, not only in the wrestling that he understands, but from a competitiveness standpoint. What goes on between your ears, as we all know, is very important to our success as athletes, and so I'm really excited about these athletes and their opportunity to learn from John Peterson.
Let's talk a little bit about the competition. Do you have any idea of what would be a good performance for this group? Well, we haven't had one of these in a long time, so you know, obviously international wrestling is very difficult. But have you set some goals, or do you have some hopes for this group of young men?
You know, I'm a Gable disciple, and I guess no different than I would expect. Coaching any of his teams, that he expected 10 gold medals, and the comparison here is there are 10 cadet weights, so
right.
I would think that 10 gold medals would be a pretty good performance, and anything less than that we'll make adjustments and go from there.
But we're capable of doing well, you think, based on what you've seen?
I think very well. I think watching these guys in practice, they're proficient in all areas of wrestling. They understand finishing from their feet on the leg attacks. They're good in parterre. They understand parterre defense and clinch and edge of the mat, which are all vital areas in international wrestling right now, whether it's freestyle or Greco. So I expect good things from this team, but when we get to Hungary, we'll find out, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, thanks for your time, Billy. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.